Hey, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to build a simple line-following robot that can follow a black line on the ground and avoid obstacles along the way. It's the kind of project that's perfect if you're just getting into robotics, or if you're like me and just enjoy building stuff that actually moves. So in this video, I'll walk you through the entire process, from designing and printing the frame, soldering the motors, wiring up the sensors, uploading the code, and watching the robot come to life. Let's dive in. So I designed the entire chassis in Fusion 360. It's a compact layout that keeps everything nicely organized. 2 TT motors mounted on each side, dedicated space for the Arduino Uno, the L298N motor driver, an ultrasonic sensor at the front, and 3 line sensors securely screwed in at the front of the frame. Once the model was ready, I exported it as an STL file and sliced it using Bamboo Studio. I printed it on my Bamboo Lab A1 using PLA with a 0.2mm layer height. The entire print took a little over 3 hours and it came out really clean. This base is lightweight, rigid, and makes the assembly process a whole lot easier, especially when you're dealing with multiple components. Next up, I solder wires to each TT motor. Don't worry about polarity at this point, we just need 2 solid connections per motor. If a motor spins the wrong way later, we can simply swap the wires in code or flip the connection. Keep the joints clean and use heat shrink if you want extra durability. Once done, we're ready to mount the motors. Once the wires are soldered, I mounted all 4 TT motors to the chassis using 8 M3X45 screws. The holes were already built into the 3D model, so everything lined up perfectly. Just screw them in and you're good to go. Now it's time to attach the wheels. I'm using 4 standard plastic wheels that slide right onto the TT motor shafts. Give each one a gentle push until it locks into place. You should feel a little resistance. That's a good sign it's snug. If they're too loose or wobbly, you can add a small dab of hot glue, but usually friction fit is enough. With all 4 wheels installed, the chassis is starting to look like a real robot. Now I'm mounting the Arduino and the L298N motor driver onto the chassis. I designed mounting holes for both, so they drop right into place. No drilling, no hot glue, just clean and simple. The Arduino goes up front, and the motor driver sits at the back. That layout makes it easier to connect the sensors and power pins later on, since the wiring flows straight through the chassis. I'm using M3x12 screws to hold both boards down. They're just the right length to secure everything without being too long. Once they're in, just tighten them down, and we're good to go. Now let's connect the motors to the L298N. Take the left side motor and wire it to out 1 and out 2. Then connect the right side motor to out 3 and out 4. At this stage, it doesn't matter which wire goes to which pin. We can always reverse the direction in code or by swapping wires later. That's it for the motor output side. Next, let's mount the ultrasonic sensor to the front of the chassis. I designed 2 holes that match its eyes, so you can just pop it in place. If it feels a bit loose, a small dab of hot glue will hold it securely. Now for the line sensors, there are 3 of them, and I've already designed mounting holes at the front. Just align them, screw them in with M310 hex bolts, and tighten them up. Once that's done, all the sensors are securely in place. Now let's wire up the 3 IR line sensors. I've already soldered the wires. All the VCC lines are merged into one and go to the 5-volt pin on the Arduino. Same with the ground wires. They're all joined and connected to ground. The signal wires, though, stay separate. The left sensor goes to D10, the middle one to D2, and the right sensor connects to D6. This way, the Arduino can detect which direction the line is in, left, center, or right. Once everything's connected, make sure to tidy up the wires with some tape or zip ties, and we're good to move on. Now it's time to add the power source. I'm using two 18650 batteries in a standard battery holder. To mount it, I just hot glued the holder directly onto the chassis. Quick and easy. I'm connecting the battery pack directly to the L298N motor driver, red to 12 volts and black to GND. Then I connect the 5-volt output from the L298N to the V-in pin on the Arduino, so it shares the same power source. Don't forget to link GND from L298N to Arduino's GND. Without a shared ground, signals won't work. All wired up? Let's move on. As for the remaining pins, you can follow the wiring diagram. It's much easier to see everything that way. That's it for the hardware setup. Now let's jump into the code. If you want to check the code or the full circuit diagram, I've included both in the video description. Just look in the comments or the links below. Everything's there, the schematic, the Arduino code, and all the pin connections. Feel free to download it and build your own version. And hey, if this video helped you out, consider subscribing to the channel. I've got more simple and fun Arduino builds coming real soon. To calibrate the sensor, turn the screw all the way counterclockwise to reset it. Then, rotate it clockwise about a quarter turn until the little white mark inside the adjustment hole points toward the printed reference mark on the board. That usually gives a good default threshold for most line-following applications.